Akademiks and check it out. Now, the tornado hit the internet today, okay? Although relationship gold bitches, they are distraught. Omika fans, they're distraught too. Now, let me just tell you the truth, okay? I don't really give two fucks about celebrity relationships because I kind of see them like rappers' mixtapes for promotional purposes only, all right? I don't believe none of these relationships are real. They're fake, 100% pure fake, okay? Now, in most likelihood, when you look around at most celebrity relationships, you see it's mutually beneficial. Okay, not only do they find themselves, quote unquote, in love with each other and very public, you usually see them do songs with each other, and you usually see those songs shoot to the top of the charts because people love the idea of celebrities in relationships. We saw it with Rihanna and Drake. We saw, or we're going to see now with Drake and J-Lo, and we saw it before with Nicki and Meek. Now, Nicki's actually announcing that she's done with Meek Mill right before she's about to drop an album. Is the timing somewhat ironic to you? It is to me. All right? She is announcing, and by the way, she got a single coming out with P&D pretty soon, right? And she's announcing it now. I'm just saying, it just looks a little bit weird. But okay, let's kind of buy into it. Now, she tweeted out to confirm, yes, I am single, focusing on my work, and looking forward to sharing it with you guys really soon. Okay, have a blessed new year. Love you. Now, again, I'm going to focus more on Meek Mill for this video. Nicki Minaj, she's a grown-ass woman, can do what she wants. And again, I do kind of look at the timing of all of this because she's about to drop her project. And if she does Meek Mill like how she did Safari, basically an album where she's crying and saying Meek Mill is basically Safari Part 2, this might go real bad for Meek Mill. But I see a lot of people just pointing out and kind of making jokes. And it's like Back-to-Back almost dropped just yesterday again, right? Everyone's saying Meek Mill called the L, yo, the L. You know what I mean? Remember when she said you better as friends, and they're quoting Drake lines, and I got to say, man, the only L, and I think it's a minor L that Meek took in all this, is that he kept leaning on her, okay? Listen, everybody gets with chicks and everybody breaks up, right? Relationships happen and relationships break apart, right? Listen to Gucci. Most of these chicks, man, listen, you miss one, another 15 one coming. Meek could be with somebody else next week. Here's the whole point, right? The only issue that I think Meek will be getting or should be getting clowned about for this whole thing is that he kept leaning on Shorty, all right? When he was beefing with Drake, he kept saying, how am I losing, right? Yeah, you did a good diss song, but how am I losing? I got the baddest bitch. Completely irrelevant to whatever he was going through. He has a habit of doing this. He does this with everything, right? I mean, he'll bring up some random shit and it has nothing to do with what people are talking about, right? Somebody drops a diss song, it's very good, it's very effective. You know what he says? How could I be losing? I just bought a $500,000 chain. Nigga, that got nothing to do with the raps, right? How could I be losing? I got the baddest bitch. Nigga, that ain't got nothing to do with the raps. Now, he kept leaning on Nicki Minaj time and time again. Even when he beefed with the game, he even said, oh, these niggas are jealous of Nicki, right? Like, everything, people are just jealous of Nicki. He basically treated Nicki like she was a trophy. And I think he forgot because he was treating it almost like sports. Like, yo, bro, you got to remember, right? In sports, when niggas win the championship one year, they have the championship for the offseason, then the next year starts and it's up for grabs again, all right? He basically acted like he was going to have Nicki forever. And because of that, when she left him or he left her or however they broke up, it looks bad on his behalf because he kept leaning on her. Kept saying he got the baddest bitch. He kept saying how everybody's jealous. He kept saying how Nicki. Okay, now another thing which I personally think is a good thing for Meek is that, let me tell y'all this, man. If y'all been in a relationship, you realize you start gaining weight, okay? You kind of lose that hunger you usually have, man. You don't really want to get out there and really get down with the savages. You ain't really trying to go to the club, bag all the hoes. Here you got a chick laying down in the bed next to you. You get comfortable. And perhaps Meek Mill has gotten comfortable when it comes to his career. Maybe he doesn't want to do particular things because he got Nicki, right? Now, of course, Nicki has added her benefits to his career because when he dropped his last album, Dreams Worth More Than Money, he sold 250,000 records. Do you think those are 250,000 of Meek Mill fans? Or do you think perhaps maybe like 100,000 of them were actually Nicki Minaj fans? All these Omika stans, they constantly hit me up all day. Perhaps these motherfucking stans will have to choose a side, especially if Nicki makes an album crying about Meek. These fans will have to choose a side to say who we rocking with. We rocking with Meek or we rocking with Nicki? Now, it will actually let Meek know this, right? You don't have Nicki Minaj fans. They were not really your fans. They were just faking to pretend like they fuck with you, but in reality, they fuck with whoever Nicki fucks with. Now we got to get back to his real core fan base and worry about all that shit because That's what's going to keep him afloat. You can't really rely in the facade of this relationship fandom shit. That's not going to work. So it might work out for Meek in that way, where he comes with better music more frequently and he actually really gets in his bag, even though I did love DC4. DC 4.5 is coming up. So I think this might be a good thing for Meek, right? The only minor L I'm going to give him, and I think people are going wild and overblowing it on the internet because everybody breaks up. Like, nobody gave Drake shit when he broke up with Rihanna. Relax. Stop empowering these chicks like, yo, they're making these men. Nah, I don't think Nicki made Meek, but of course she contributed to his career, but now they're broken up. Meek just got to really get in his bag, right? He really got to do his own thing where he can't rely on her. And he got to learn, stop deflecting using shit that could go at any moment, right? Your money, your motherfucking girl, the things you have, material possessions. Don't do that, right? Get a comment, you guys like them, and subscribe to Watch Academics.